Before these things, Enoch was heaven. And not one of humanity's children knew where, or where he lived, or what had become of him. His activities had to do with the Aaron, and his days were with the devoted ones. I, CHANOCH, was blessing Yahuwah's majesty, even the King of eternity, and behold, the set party Rim called me, CHANOCH the scribe, and said to me,
CHANOCH, scribe of righteousness, go, declare to the Aaron of Hashamayim, those who have left the Hashamayim, the separate, ageless place, and have defiled themselves with women, doing as the children of Ha-Eretz, and have taken wives.
You have put great destruction on Ha-Eretz, so you will have no shalom, or forgiveness of sin. And inasmuch as they delight themselves in their offspring, they will watch their beloved executed, and will lament over the destruction of their offspring, and will make supplication to eternity with mercy and shalom. Will you not have?
CHANOCH went forth and proclaimed, as idle, you will have no shalom. A severe sentence has gone forth against you, to put you in chains, and you will not be tolerated, nor have any request granted to you because of the lawlessness you have taught, and because of all the devious, illegal, sinful things you have shown to men. Then I went and spoke to the Aaron. All fought together. They were all afraid. Fear and trembling seized them. They begged me to draw up a petition for them, so they might find forgiveness, and that I might read their petition in the presence of Yahuwah, Hashamayim. But from there on, they could not speak with him, nor lift up their eyes to Shamayim because of their shameful sins to which they had been condemned. Still, I wrote out their petition, and the prayer about their Ru'akim and their individual deeds, and their other requests, that they should have forgiveness and long life. And I went off and sat down at the waters of Dan, in Ha-Eretz of Dan, southwest of Hermon. I read their petition, until I fell asleep. And see, a dream came to me, and visions fell down upon me, and I saw visions of reprimand, and a voice came bidding me to tell the dream to the sons of Shamayim and warn them. When I awoke and I went to them, and they were all gathered together, weeping in Abel's Yale, their faces covered. I recounted to them all the visions that I had seen in sleep, and I began to speak words of righteousness, and to reprimand Aaron, those who had departed Shamayim. This is the book of the words of righteousness and of the reprimand of the eternal Aaron, in accordance with the command of Hakodesh Shaddai. Of that vision, I saw in my sleep, what I will now tell with the tongue of flesh, and with the breath of my mouth, that El Shaddai has given the tongue to converse, and the heart to understand, as he has created and given to humankind the power to recognize wisdom's word, so he has also created me, and given me the power of rebuking the Aaron, the children of Shamayim. I told them, I wrote out your petition, and in my vision, it appeared that your petition would not be granted to you all the days of eternity, and that judgment has finally been passed upon you. No, your petition will not be granted to you. So from now on you will not ascend into Hashamayim Bahalam. The decree has gone forth, that you be in bonds in Ha-Eretz, to bind you for all the world's days. You will see the destruction of your beloved offspring, and you will have no pleasure in them, but they will fall before you by the sword. Your petition on their behalf will not be granted, nor your own petition, even though you weep, pray, and recite all the words contained in my written decree. And this is the vision showing me, clouds invited me, a mist summoned me, the course of the stars and the lightning sped past and hastened me, the winds made me fly, lifting me upward, bearing me into the sky. I ascended up until I near the wall built of crystals, and surrounded by fiery tongues. It all began to terrify me. I went into the fiery tongues and near a large house built of crystals. The house walls and floors were like a mosaic of crystals. Its foundation was also crystal. Its ceiling was like the path of stars and lightning, and between them were fiery cherubim, and their Shamayim was my yin. A flaming fire surrounded the walls, and its doorways blazed with fire. I entered into that house. It was as hot as fire, and as cold as ice. There were no delights of life inside. Fear covered me, trembling got hold of me. As I quaked and trembled, I fell on my face. I saw another vision, and look, there was a second house, greater than the other, and the door stood open before me, built entirely of flames of fire. In every respect this house so excelled in splendor, magnificence, and size, that I cannot describe to you its majesty and area. Its floor was of fire. Above it was lightning and the pathway of the stars. Its ceiling was flaming fire as well. I looked and saw a high throne in there. Its appearance was as crystal, and the wheels as the blazing sun. Then there was a vision of cherubim. From beneath the throne came streams of flaming fire so that I could not look there. The Kavod Haggadah sat there, and his clothing shone more brightly than the sun, and was whiter than any stone. None of the Malachim could enter. They could not behold his face because of his magnificence and radiance, neither could any flesh stand to look at him. The flaming fire was around and about him, and a great fire stood before him. None could get near him, and though 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him, yet he needed no counsel. The most devoted ones near to him did not leave by night, nor depart from him ever. Until then, I had been face down, trembling, and Yahuwah called me with his own mouth. He said to me, "Come closer, CHANOCH, and hear my word." Then one of the set-apart ones came to me and awakened me. He made me arise and we approached the door together. I bowed my face. He answered, and said to me, and I heard his voice, "Fear not, CHANOCH, Yitzordek and scribe of righteousness, approach and hear my voice. Then go, say to the Aaron of Hashamayim, those who have sent you to intercede for them. You should intercede for men, and not men for you. Why have you left the high, separated, and ageless heaven, to lie with women, to defile yourselves with the daughters of humanity, to take yourselves wives? Why have you imitated the children of Ha-Eretz and procreated monsters as sons? Though you were high, multidimensional, living the ageless life, why have you defiled yourselves with the blood of women? Why have you intermingled with the blood of flesh? In imitation of the children of humanity, why have you lusted after body and blood as do those who die and vanish? I have given men wives so they might permeate them, and conceive children by them, so nothing might be lacking for them on Ha-Eretz. You were formerly Ruach-Kim, living the ageless life, and immortal, unlike all the families of the world. I have not appointed wives for you. As for the Ruach-Kim of Hashamayim, in Shamayim is to be their dwelling. And now these monsters, who are formed from the Ruach and body, will be called evil Ruachim. Upon Ha-Eretz, and on Ha-Eretz will be their abode. Evil Ruachim have proceeded from their bodies because they are born from humans and from Iridim. The latter were to be set apart, but now their beginnings and primal origins are mixed. Therefore they will be evil Ruachim on Ha-Eretz, and evil Ruachim will they be called. As for the Ruachim of Hashamayim, they will stay in Hashamayim, but as for Ha-Eretz bound Ruachim, those born on Ha-Eretz, on Eretz will be their abode. These monstrous Ruachim will afflict, oppress, havoc, attack, do battle, ruin, and work destruction upon Ha-Eretz. The evil Ruachim need no food, yet they still hunger and thirst, and they offend. These Ruachim will always rise up against the children of humanity, and especially against women, because they proceeded from them. Ever since the days of the slaughter, destruction, and death of these monsters, their Ru'akim have gone forth from their Nefeshim, and bodies to destroy with impunity. They will destroy until the age and day of the great judgment's conclusion, the judgment of Hiram, and the unbelieving alike. Yea, they will be wholly consumed. And now, as for the Irid, who sent you to intercede for them, those who have inhabited Hashamayim, I say, you have been in Hashamayim all right, but all the mysteries had not yet been revealed to you. You only knew what was worthless. In the stiffness of your hearts, you have only made known to these women what is of no account, and through these mysteries, women and men work much evil on Har Eretz. So say to them, you will never have shalom.